Hello guys, welcome to my channel Medic Maniac, and today I am here with a topic on inguinal canal. So, what is inguinal canal? Inguinal canal is an oblique intermuscular passage about 4 cm long lying above the medial half of the inguinal ligament. So here we have diagram. As we have seen, for the inguinal canal is an oblique passage. So yes, the red colored diagram or a red colored canal which you are seeing is inguinal canal, which is present above half of the median inguinal ligament, median half of the inguinal ligament. That is, you are seeing that green colored one is inguinal ligament and it is present on half of it towards medial side. Okay, and it is 1.2 centimeter up or say away from inguinal ligament. So what are the extent and directions? Okay, so guys, first of all, let's see the things which are written in yellow text. It is the structures and muscles present in our body, in our abdominal wall, from superficial to deep. So first we have skin, then superficial fascia. Okay, yes, so superficial fascia. After that we don't have deep fascia. So in abdomen and in face we don't have deep fascia. Okay, so remember that thing. Okay, so now we have external oblique muscle, internal oblique muscle, transversus abdominis muscle, fascia transversalis, extraperitoneal tissue, parietal layer of peritoneum. Okay, so in this context we have to focus mainly on external oblique muscle and fascia transversalis. Okay, so let's come to the text which are written in yellow. I'm sorry, not yellow, red. So the inguinal canal extends from deep inguinal ring, which is an oval opening in the fascia transversalis, to the superficial inguinal ring, a triangular gap in the external oblique aponeurosis. So let's see and understand through diagram. Okay, so it is said that deep inguinal ring is an opening in the fascia transversalis which is circular. So yes, you are seeing that the deep inguinal ring is circular and superficial inguinal ring is triangular in shape, and it is an opening in the external oblique muscle. So guys, what you have to do is just remember this diagram, just click a picture of this diagram and fix it into your mind. So after getting these things, you will be easily able to write all the questions. Not all the questions, means the questions related to inguinal canal and the question on inguinal canal. So just you have to remember this diagram perfectly. Okay, then you can write everything easily. Okay, so now on the surface the canal is marked by two parallel lines, 1 centimeter apart and 4 centimeter long, just above the medial half of the inguinal ligament. So as you are seeing this two red color lines which are parallel to each other, separated from each other by 1 centimeter, and they are 4 centimeter long. Okay, and present above the medial half of the inguinal ligament. And what is written in second para? Okay, the deep inguinal ring is marked 1.2 centimeter above, as we have talked earlier, above the mid inguinal point, as an oval opening at the lateral end of two parallel lines. Yes, definitely the deep inguinal ring is situated laterally to the superficial inguinal ring. Okay, so what is written next? Okay, it is written that the superficial inguinal ring is marked just above the pubic tubercle as a triangular opening at the medial end of the two parallel lines. So what we have to see is, yes, it is situated above the pubic crest. Okay, so this is the only thing which we have left to see. Okay, let's move further. Okay, so let's see about inguinal rings. So first we have deep inguinal ring. So the deep inguinal ring is an oval opening in the fascia transversalis and lies about 1.2 centimeter above the mid inguinal point, as we have seen earlier. Second point, from its margin the fascia transversalis is prolonged into the canal like a sleeve. The internal spermatic fascia around the structure that pass through the ring. Yes, you have to remember that from deep inguinal ring the fascia transversalis extend as in sleeve. extend as a sleeve and which forms the covering of spermatic cord as internal spermatic fascia. Okay, and here it is written in brackets that internal spermatic fascia is covering of spermatic cord. Okay, now we have superficial inguinal ring. So what is written? It is written that the superficial inguinal ring is a triangular gap in the aponeurosis of external oblique and lies above and lateral to the pubic crest. Yes, we have seen it already. What is the second point? Okay, this we have to concentrate on. This we have to focus that the pubic crest forms the base of the triangle. Yes, as we have seen that superficial inguinal ring is triangular in shape. So yes, we all know that triangle has two sides and one base. Okay, so the sides which are upper medial and lower lateral margins of the triangles are called crura. So sides are known as crura, which meet laterally to form an obtuse apex. Okay, and near the apex the two crura are united by the intercrural fibers. Okay, so here I have drawn one triangle. So the upper medial side, the upper side which you are seeing is upper medial side and the lower one is lower lateral, and the side which are facing opposite to our title, that is we have written our title superficial inguinal ring in white colored. Yes, the side exactly opposite to it is our base, and yes, it is formed by pubic crest. Okay, and the apex which are forming, which is pointing towards superficial inguinal ring title, which is written in white, is our apex, and it is united by the intercrural lines fibers. Okay, not lines. So intercrural fibers are present to support it, to support this gap. Okay, so you are seeing two diagrams here. Here it is seen that, okay, so in first diagram we are seeing that superficial inguinal ring is present in the external oblique muscle. Above external oblique we have internal oblique, and then transversus abdominis, and then fascia transversalis, and then peritoneum. So you are seeing the tube which is traversing from the muscles, and the next diagram, the next picture is showing us deep inguinal ring which is present in transversalis fascia. Okay, so it is just to clarify our point of view. Now, what are the boundaries of inguinal canal? So guys, first focus on what are the things and on what we have boundaries means. Okay, so we have anterior wall, we have posterior wall, we have base, not base but floor and roof. So let's say anterior wall. So anterior wall is formed from superficial to deep by skin. Yes, of course, most superficial is skin. Then we have superficial fascia in the whole extent, that is superficial fascia is covering the whole area. Then we have external oblique aponeurosis. Yes, then we have internal oblique muscle fibers in lateral 1/3. So guys, it's like this. Let's see, if you are climbing the stairs and first you have climbed skin, a stair named skin, then you have climbed the superficial fascia, then you have climbed the other step which is made from two muscles, that is external oblique aponeurosis and internal oblique aponeurosis. But the whole stair is not covered by, means not equally divided into these two muscles, but it is in lateral 1/3 of it we have internal oblique muscle. Okay, so now let's see posterior wall. So same, no, not same. Now we have to see it from deep to superficial. Okay, so anterior wall as it presents anteriorly, so we have gone superficial to deep. Now we are seeing the posterior wall from the back of our body, so from posterior abdominal wall. So we will move from deep to superficial. Okay, so first we have fascia transversalis, the most deepest. Then we have conjoint tendon in medial 2/3. Okay, so in the whole extent, Yes. Okay. So fascia transversalis, we have fascia transversalis, then conjoint tendon in the medial two-third. Then we have reflected part of the inguinal ligament in the medial most part. So guys, inguinal ligament is present in it, but not in that much portion, but very little in the medial most part only. Then we have roof. Okay. So roof is formed by lower arched fiber of internal oblique and transversus abdominis muscles. Now guys, you have to remember that when transversus abdominis and internal oblique muscle get merged, they combine and they form a conjoint tendon. So we can say that our roof is made up from conjoint tendon. But conjoint tendon is made up from, yes, it is made up from transversus abdominis and internal oblique muscle. Okay, so now we are living just with floor. So we all know floor is made from inguinal ligament in the whole extent, and other thing is abdominal surface of the lacunar ligament at the medial end. But guys, the most important thing in floor is the inguinal ligament. So if you just forgot this thing, lacunar ligament wala thing, then if you go in exam and just write the inguinal ligament, then also you got a marks. Okay. And yes guys, the things which I have shown you in this ppt, the text which I have written, if you just made it remember, just understood this text and get remembered all that things, then you can write it ditto into your exam. So you will get your marks, as I have taken all the important and basic points that one supervisor wants to see from and wants to get from the student. Okay, so what are the contents? So in contents are very easy. In male, so male have spermatic cord, and in female have a round ligament of uterus, and the ilioinguinal nerve is common in both, that is in male and female. Ilioinguinal ring is common. So in male we have spermatic cord and ilioinguinal nerve. In female we have round ligament of uterus and ilioinguinal nerve. So here we have note that the ilioinguinal nerve, although a content of the inguinal canal, does not enter the canal through the deep inguinal ring. It enters the canal from side through a slit between the external and internal oblique muscle. It lies in front of the cord and passes out of the canal through the superficial inguinal ring to supply the inguinal region. So it is simple. Here it is written that ilioinguinal nerve will not pass from superficial inguinal, not that superficial, I mean not enter through the deep inguinal nerve. मीन्स कई जगह पे हमने देखा होगा, देखा है कि एक गेट से दूसरे गेट की तरफ जाना होता है तो बहुत सारे लोग साइड में से निकल जाते हैं. सो सेम इलियोइंगुइनल नर्व इज़ लाइक सेम लाइक दैट गाइज ओनली. सो वो डीप इंगुइनल नर्व से इंगुइनल रिंग से एंटर नहीं करता, वो कहीं साइड में से घुस जाता है. देन इट पासिस फ्रॉम इंगुइनल कैनाल एंड इट इमर्जेस आउट फ्रॉम superficial inguinal ring, and then it supplies the inguinal region. Okay, so yes, here I have make you show that how it looks like in cadaver. So in green it is written indirect inguinal. Okay, so yes, this picture also shows about inguinal hernia. Yes, so clinical anatomy of inguinal canal is also important, as inguinal hernia is very common, inguinal hernia and femoral hernia. So in this video I am just going to explain you, I have just explained you about inguinal canal. I will make another video on inguinal hernia. Okay, so here you are seeing the spermatic cord, testes, scrotum, inguinal canal which is marked in green color. Okay, and above inguinal canal it is written that deep inguinal ring position, below inguinal canal it is written superficial inguinal ring. Okay guys, by this we end our video. So thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. I will be back with some more interesting and medic videos. Till then, study smart, stay safe, stay healthy, keep smiling. Goodbye.